Welcome back, everybody. We're talking with Ken Quimby, a former city councilor who's trying to get back into the fold on re-election this time to the city council. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Frank, and I appreciate you inviting me and everybody that works here. Appreciate it very much. Thanks.
That's great. You know, Ken, why are you running for city council this time around?
Okay, Frank, I enjoy being involved with Haverhill, and I want to get back onto the city council and work what's best for Haverhill. That's pretty much it. I have nothing against any of the councilors or anybody like that. I just enjoy being part of living here, and I want to be involved with the situation and the issues confronting Haverhill. So that's the reason,
Let's
Frank.
ask this question. Sometimes when you're a city councilor or an elected official, you run for a particular office ironically, to do what? To vote for or against the tough decisions, making the tough decisions. When you happen to be a councilor the last time around in your previous term, what were a couple of the toughest decisions you had to go ahead and make?
Well, when I was on before, of course, some of it was the budget, and so forth, and I'm one that was not supportive of it whatsoever, because people's taxes went up anyways, regardless. Any other issues, everything was fine. There was some developments, I supported them and so forth, and the recent, a while back when we voted for the hospice house in North Avenue, I was all for that, and that's something I was very much enjoyable in doing for the city of Haverhill. So that's some of the issues at that time, but right now, Frank, it's a little much tougher now. Things are tough right now for the city of Haverhill, and we got a lot of work ahead of us, and if I get elected, I just want to do what's best for Haverhill.
What do you think some of the tough issues are that are confronting the city that you'd like to be involved in?
Okay, well, we got the situation with Hunkin School. That's going to be, I think that's on the forefront right now, is that situation. I know there's going to be a debt exclusion coming next year to the voters of Haverhill, and if it gets voted down, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what Plan B is yet. I have no idea what the mayor has got going on, and the current city council, and so forth. So that's one issue. We still got to do the cap fill for the landfill. We got to do that. We've got some other.
Where do we get the money for these things?
That exactly right, and that's something. Well, it comes from taxpayers and so forth. And my thing is, for me, and I'm going to repeat, like I said 2 years ago, bring jobs to Haverhill, bring the businesses. We got to try to lure business to the city of Haverhill for a tax base, because I would think that would be one of the good things for the city of Haverhill, is bringing the jobs and filling the industrial park. Housing, we're doing great with housing. I think we got more than enough housing. I know they're going to be doing some things shortly on Merrimack Street, probably a year from now, what situation was going on down there, Frank. But that's what I want to do for Haverhill. And public safety, again, I'm going to usher, we got to keep the firehouses open down the road. We need new fire trucks. Recently, I was at a retirement dinner in the city of Haverhill. Some of the trucks are dated back in 1986. We have to look at that too. So there's another money situation we have to look at, Frank. And if I'm elected, I'm going to work. I'm going to try to get back on the public safety committee and work for that issue too. And so the police department's doing great. We got new vehicles for them. But these are issues. There's a broad of issues that we have to work on. So I have to look at the whole picture, what's going to happen, because things are pretty tough right now. And they seem to be getting tougher. I wish it'd get easier for everybody.
Let me ask you about this.
Yes.
A lot of times when somebody happens to run for office, they're looking at what just happens to be in front of them at that particular time for that issue. And then rarely there are some issues that come up that go into the future significantly, and maybe that's why there hasn't been enough foresight having to do with building maintenance, things of that type, and equipment, as you happen to be discussing. But my question for you is this: relative to this thing that there's been a little bit of a different dynamic and a disagreement between, not so much, but a difference of opinion between the mayor and between the retirement board relative to the cost of living adjustments for those municipal workers that have since retired. This has gone before the city council, and it's now in subcommittee. They haven't voted on it yet because they say they're assembling that information. Based upon what you know right now, what do you feel should occur? Should that cost of living adjustment be implemented, as the mayor says, to the long-term detriment financially of the city of Haverhill, or should it be implemented for the benefit of people that happen to be retired city workers that maybe are perceived to have a low pension?
From my standpoint in that, I have to do a lot more research for that, Frank, because I was only at the council meetings and it wasn't handed to me. I was in the audience. So physically, I wish I could give you a direct answer for that right now. And of course, it's still in subcommittee. I haven't gone to one of those subcommittee meetings at all at this time, and so forth. So I really don't want to give a drastic number, but from my standpoint, I have to do more research before I give a direct answer, Frank.
In your campaign, when you're going around the city and meeting a lot of people again and reorienting yourself, what are some of the biggest concerns specifically that people are talking to you about? That they say, Ken, we need to get this done, or we need to do this, or we need to address this issue. What are they talking about?
Okay, here's little stuff.
Yeah, tell me.
All right, Whittier Road. They would like to see that become a one-way. Because people are traveling fast on Whittier Road is one of them. There's a few little issues, potholes. Those are little things. I can just get on the phone and take care of that, and I've done it already with some of that. And right now, I started campaigning in July, but since then, things are on the roll for the school. That seems to be the issue now, what I'm getting right now. I'm in Riverside area campaigning to finish it up for the next few weeks, and now it seems to be the Hunkin school issue. And I can tell you right now, there's a lot of people that do not want to see it happen. But these are people with no children, Frank, that have no children in the schools. It's fixed incomes for the elderly, and they will not support it. So I don't know what they're feeling. Some people I've talked to with kids, yes, we need the school. So it's kind of, I can't get...
This is a vote that's going to be on the ballot.
Right, exactly. So
and you're voting for...
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to support it as a candidate, and so be it. I think we need the school to bring in more business, and always the first thing when realtors and mortgage people, and I can speak of Tom Sullivan a while back on the council, he does closings and stuff for mortgage, and they always ask, how are the school system in Haverhill, Mass? And I think that is one of the main concerns for us is the school. We need Hunkin School desperately to be done. And I don't have any kids. I'm not married. So, but I think we do need it.
In review of the past couple of years that you haven't been on the council, only a half minute left right here.
Yep.
If you can tell us, are there any things or initiatives that they happen to do that you think should have gone in a different direction?
No, I think the council is doing fine. I really do. I don't see maybe certain items on the agenda, but otherwise I think they're doing fine and so forth. And he or she makes their own opinions when they do the vote, Frank.
That's fine.
And so forth. And I'll do that same if I get elected.
Excellent. Ken Quimby, running for election to Haverhill City Council. Thanks very much for being with us. We'll be back in just a moment.